one step closer to the final settlement for these people.
I call Parmjeet Parmar.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, for this opportunity to take this call on Ngāti Tamaoho Claims Settlement Bill. Madam Speaker, I'm really pleased to have this opportunity to contribute in the second reading of this very significant bill. And as soon as I saw that I have this opportunity to speak in the second reading of this bill, a very interesting experience came to my mind. And this is from when I was very new here in 2014. And that time, some of my caucus colleagues were taking photos of MPs with special interest in some specific areas. And of course, with my interest in science, business, and other areas, I also have interest in history and culture. Coming from a country that has a very long history, very rich culture, coming to New Zealand that has, again, very rich and very unique history, I joined my colleagues to be part of that photo with specific interest in Maori policy. And obviously, the photo went out, and in a couple of weeks, my colleague Nukkarako came to me and said, "Parmjeet, I'm getting a huge number of calls about you." And he said, "People are asking, who is this new Maori MP and what is her iwi?" And I said to him, "I'm available to be adopted." So, Madam Speaker, yes, it's great to call New Zealand home. And it's great to have this opportunity to contribute in the second reading of this bill. This is not like any other bill, because other bills, of course, we see a legislative gap and we come up with a bill and bring that before the House. But this bill is a result of a big force from Ngāti Tamaoho. It's because of their determination. And I can imagine the amount of work that the EV has done for us to realize that this is a very important issue and it needs to be addressed. Within the National Party caucus, I have to say that Honourable Chris Finlayson has been hugely passionate about treaty settlements, and I want to give him credit for that. I also want to acknowledge the current Minister, Honourable Andrew Little. I acknowledge current and the past chair and committee members. Madam Chair, I'm not a member on the Maori Affairs Select Committee, but I've seen that this bill received 2 submissions, and both submissions supported this bill. The good thing is that this bill has come back before the House, recommending only some minor and technical changes. And the number of submissions that this bill received actually reflects the support that this bill has to go through the House. Because in my experience, when there is an issue that is controversial, we get a big number of submissions. But something like this, where everybody agrees, of course the relevant EV agrees and the wider communities agree, so we don't get that many submissions. But these 2 submissions were really solid submissions, and I want to thank those submitters for their contribution. Madam Speaker, this bill is to also provide a financial redress and cultural cultivation fund. This bill is also to acknowledge wrongdoings in the past. So it's a great bill that is to bring this treaty settlement between the Crown and the EV. And I really hope that passing of this bill will help the EV unlock their economic potential. And it's great to see that this bill is receiving cross-party support. So I'm really looking forward to, just like everyone else, bill passing through the House. So, Madam Speaker, I support this bill and commend this bill to the House.
Next call is a split call, and I call Adrian Rurewhai.
Tēnā koe te mana hoaka wā. O tira e tika ana kia tuku mihi atu hoki kia Ngāti Tamaoho.